quick and comfortable hop to the tourism capital of Vietnam's south in boutique style. Now that Bangkok Airways is flying daily from Bangkok to Da Nang. Book and fly today to the home of the Marble Mountains and Dragon Bridge, starting from only 5,990 baht for a round trip. From inviting beaches to French colonial architecture, Da Nang is a storied city with much to offer visitors. Culture, nature, and modernity. Da Nang has it all, making it a must-visit destination. All passengers flying with Bangkok Airways instantly receive 20 kilograms of checked baggage. Use of the boutique lounge to enjoy snacks and drinks ahead of departure at Suvarnabhumi Airport, and a gourmet in-flight meal. Bangkok to Da Nang journeys also award flyer bonus points. For information on the membership program, visit flyerbonus.bangkokair.com. For booking, call 1771 or visit bangkokair.com. Bangkok Airways, Asia's boutique airline.
And that concludes the national news. Up next, business news. This is the business news. Welcome back. You're listening to Voice of Thailand's Midday News Hour. We begin the local business news with the Industry's Confidence Index reported for August. The Federation of Thai Industries, or FTI, reported on Tuesday that the industry's confidence index for August rose to 90.5 from 89 from July. According to the president of FTI, Priyankai Thianukul, revealed that this August marked the third consecutive month of improvement in confidence level for the industry. The monthly survey conducted by FTI found that the improvement in confidence level can be attributed to the country's return to normal business mode and further adjustments into the new normal environment supported by the government's measures and policies, and the recovery in the domestic consumption of recent. This has seen more businesses within the manufacturing sector resuming normal production, though not yet at its full capacity. Further noting that the decision to abandon the Thailand pass was the right decision by the government and reopening the country to international travelers. Nevertheless, there remains concern with stalled recovery in key economies such as the US and Europe, which are crippled by rising high inflation rates brought on by the prolonged Ukraine-Russia war, uncertainty of the global supply of chips, which directly affects the production of electronic products and the automobile industry. Thai industries are concerned about the rising production costs, whether from high raw material costs such as animal feed, steel, or the energy cost and logistic cost, which the latter has since stabilized recently due to the significant reduction in fuel cost in August, thanks to the government's fuel subsidy. However, another important challenge is the labor shortage situation, specifically foreign migrant workers, which remains unresolved for many industries. From the August study, 1,304 member companies were surveyed covering 45 different industries. The top concerns for FTI members were firstly the state of the global economy by 75.9%. Next is the current Thailand political sentiment, citing 42%. Third is the strength of the US dollar, 39.3%, a main concern specifically for exporting companies. And lastly, the country's interest rate by 35.7%. On the other hand, the following three factors have become less of a concern for the business compared to previous months. Firstly, 77.6% cited that they were less concerned with the fuel costs in the country. Secondly, 45.9% cited the country's economic recovery by 45.9%. And lastly, less concern over COVID-19, 48.7%. In terms of the industry's view on the business sentiment for the next 3 months, the overall August score was 99.5, up from July's 98.7. This can be interpreted as growing confidence among industries of a continued gradual recovery of the Thai economy, led by the tourism sector, domestic consumption with the continued support from the government targeted measures. One recent concern raised was the recently announced new minimum daily wage, which comes into effect on October 1st, and the hike in the price of electricity. In terms of external macroeconomic factors, such as the uncertainty in the recovery of the global economy and growing geopolitics, which could hamper Thai export in the future. Therefore, the president has proposed the following list from the FTI to help support the situation. Firstly, accelerate the introduction of the support measures, especially from high electricity costs, targeting SMEs in particular. Second, special budget to help drive more hiring within the industry to minimize higher cost of recruitment of workforce. Thirdly, to help facilitate recruitment of migrant workers to return to Thai labor market from neighboring countries, which can directly address the current labor shortage, and also to promote companies to adopt more automation technology to minimize the impact to operation. And lastly, to develop a contingency measure in the event of force majeure with the current flooding situation in the country, and to develop a national water management strategy to address the issues of both flooding and drought in a more systematic and proactive manner. And moving on to the airline sector, Thai Air Asia, or TAA, Thailand's leading low-cost carrier, lowered its passenger prediction for 2022 from 12.3 million passengers down to 10 million on Wednesday due to disappointing foreign tourist numbers in the first half of the year. According to the CEO, the number of tourists picked up after July when the country reopened, but prior to that, the number of foreign tourists fell during the first 6 months of the year due to the spread of the Omicron variant of COVID-19. The Tourism Authority of Thailand, or TAT, said on Wednesday that more than 5 million foreign tourists visited the country between January and July of this year. The government is targeting to welcome at least 10 million visitors this year. TAT earlier announced that the government will be able to meet the target, as they expected the number of foreign tourists in September to be around 1 million, and 4.5 million are expected to arrive during the coming months, which is the high season, where it hopes to see 1.5 million of international tourists between October and December. Meanwhile, Thai Air Asia stated that domestic travel has resumed to normal levels, but at 60 to 70% of pre-pandemic levels, however. There are 53 aircraft in the airline's fleet, but it is only using 33 aircraft at the moment. The current load factor is around 80 to 90%, and the plan is to increase the number of operational aircraft to 43 by the end of the year. However, he is optimistic that the numbers will recover and return to pre-pandemic level in 2023. Revenue from the international market accounts for around 40% of the airline, and the airline expects to regain at least 50% of that traffic by the end of this year. The airline has 18 international routes to 7 countries. Thai Air Asia's international routes to India, which include Chennai, Kolkata, Bengaluru, Kochi and Jaipur, are currently carrying an average load factor of around 80%. They're planning to open up new international destinations to include Kathmandu in Nepal and Bangladesh, along with Chiang Mai, Hanoi, Bangkok, Gaya, and Chiang Mai, Da Nang flights by the end of 2022. Thai Air Asia also launched a new promotion package dubbed Amazing New Chapters, with up to 30% discount for all domestic flights during the booking period between September the 13th and 18th, and the travel period between October the 12th and March 23rd, 2023. And those were the local business news. Up next is the international news and APEC briefing.